Kennedy's whole story is like beating the odds.
Kennedy is a very active, almost 2-year-old who is wild and crazy, and her favorite word right now is no.
No, 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 no.
I think that the doctors described her as the fiery redhead. I mean, my question was, is the baby gonna make it? And she said yes, she'll just need surgery. The valve that pumps blood from your heart to your lungs never formed.
The outflow from her heart to her lungs was completely blocked off. Typically, babies when they're first born with this type of heart disease called pulmonary atresia, they typically need a life-saving operation in their first few days of life. Without that, the baby would not survive.
I think your world just kind of gets turned upside down.
I was offering to the family something that we've been doing here for the past several years, which is a non-surgical approach. Ductal stenting is the name of the procedure that we offered Kennedy when she was a brand new baby.
So they ended up cathing her to kind of keep all the pipes open so that then she could eventually go through the surgery that was needed, but we could hold that off for some time to allow her to grow and develop in those first 3 months of life.
She had a very large hole in her heart. We knew that open heart surgery was inevitable, and she was only 4.5 months old. When we discussed the surgery, when we had our consult with the surgeon, he was fairly confident that he could do a full repair, which is not something I think many surgeons would have been able to do. I think that I was very even-keeled the whole time until it was the night before her procedure. And I think that was the first time I just cried and broke down. Was like, I'm so worried, like I don't know if she's gonna make it through this.
For about 6 hours, all of her blood was being run through a machine. Her heart wasn't doing any of that. When she was on cross clamp for 121 minutes, that means that her heart was completely stopped for 121 minutes.
I wasn't concerned about how this would affect her down the road or what her mental status would be. That didn't matter to me. I just wanted to know that she was going to live. When he went in there, he was able to do the full repair. It was a huge relief once she had the surgery.
So this is just part of her regular maintenance.
She is just full of life. I think that she knows what she's been through on some level, even though she's only 2. And I think she's grateful to be here.
Being on a heart-lung bypass machine for that long, they think that there are going to be some side effects. We haven't seen any of them. She wouldn't be running around. She wouldn't be the active one that she is if she didn't have a heart like you and I with 4 chambers that is ultimately keeping her active. We can look at all this and go, wow, it must be Kennedy, but the reality here is the one factor is Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. And without Children's Healthcare of Atlanta in this story, it's
not a story.
It's not a story. The folks that we interacted with constantly are the nurses, the hospital staff, the other people at Children's that make it what it truly is and kind of are the heartbeat to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta.
You have to be strong for your little girl, and I think now looking back, it's like, I can't believe she went through that, and she's so big now.